Ladies and gentlemen, you gotta be unreasonable. Think about it. If something's not working for you right now in your life, you gotta be unreasonable. Mr. Nelson Mandela, when he walked out of that prison, he was unreasonable. He could go and tear down the entire country and divide the entire planet. But he became unreasonable. He decided to be the change. He decided to be the light. He decided to make an impact. And you guys have no idea who I'm bringing here on this global stage. Ooh, we're going to have a good time. We're going to have a good time. Ladies and gentlemen, all the greatness, people that have been around the world, I consider my next guest that's going to come here right now on this, the ambassador of all ambassadors, the connector of all the nations. This guy is so great that he received the Nelson Mandela International Peace Award. He receiving so many awards. If I start reading every single one of them, we will not finish this show today. This gentleman coming here right now is the professor of all professors. When they thought of the word apostle and avenger, they were thinking about this brother that's about to come here today. If you think I am crazy and inspirational, you better wait. I'm even having poems over here. I'm fired up. I'm pumped up. I'm super excited. Ladies and gentlemen, Professor, Doctor, PhD, Ambassador, Reverse. Oh, man. Nobody can top MC Carlos Siqueira. What's up, my brother?
Carlos, amazing.
Oh, have you ever been introduced by UN, when the Capitol Hill, White House, all the places, you know, all the presidents, all the first ladies? Have somebody ever introduced you in this style?
Carlos, this is classic. I love it, man. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend, for being here today. But man, oh, my friend, but ladies and gentlemen, let me just tell you a little bit about my friend here. Dr. Rivers is the acting representative of the United Nations, New York, for the Interfaith Peace Building Initiative. He's the acting ambassador and director of the North American Division of the Golden Rule International. He's a spokesperson for the World Civility Day, Community Civility Counts Initiatives. In July 2018, Dr. Rivers won the Creativity United We Dream in Color Humanitarian Icon of the Year Award. In 2017, Dr. Rivers won the United States Presidential Life Achievement Award for over 4,000 volunteer hours of serving the nation and humanity. I can go on and on and on. My friend, it's such an honor to have you here on my show today. You know, I am always using the terms apostles and slash avengers for my non-religious brothers and sisters out there. And you are that definition, because your entire life, you've been doing the apostles' work, the avengers' work, and you're putting yourself out there in danger. You go on some crazy rides and bullets are flying when you guys go in those convoys and SUV, you know. And, you know, people talk, but you are one of the apostles that walk the talk, my friend, that has the receipt to prove it. And the world needs to hear you more than ever. You and I, we were joking here before we went live. I said we need 1,000 more Dr. Rivers out there, 1,000 more Carloses running those shelters, running those streets, running those governments, you know. And because, man, I'm telling you, we're going to have a great time here today. And before I start asking him some questions, guys, let me tell you something. Sometimes God put a Goliath in your life for you to find a David.
Yeah.
That's somewhere in the Bible. Say it again, Carlos. Sometimes God put a Goliath in your life for you to find the David within you, my friends. So, my brother, let's start with some crazy stories here, because you know me, I love crazy stories. Tell me about it, one of the craziest rides of your life.
Man,
Going,
man.
going
Let me tell you, Carlos, what happened. I met a gentleman one time on Capitol Hill. A friend of mine called and said, Dr. Rivers, this guy's coming to meet you. Great. I said, man, I have a meeting. So when the gentleman came in, I was in the middle of the meeting. I stopped the meeting, talked to the guy for about 5 minutes, gave him an actual pen. But then I flew into the country of Guatemala, and a friend of mine said, Dr. Rivers, I need 2 hours of your time. Now watch how God works, Carlos. So I said, man, I'm busy. He said, Clyde, I need 2 hours. He gave me 2 hours. I went, and the one gentleman that I had met, let me tell you what he did. He actually knighted me into the kingdom of La Antigua, Guatemala. I was made a Don and a Sir, because he said, when you met me, you didn't know who I was, and you treated me with kindness and respect, and I wanted to knight you into my kingdom. Wow. Carlos, what's the principle behind this? Treat everybody with value, whether you know who they are or not. And this man said, Dr. Rivers, because you didn't know who I was and you treated me with kindness and respect, you're the kind of people I want to knight. So I was knighted because I was kind to one gentleman on Capitol Hill. What's the principle? You never know who you're talking to.
That's so beautiful, my friend. Wow, that's so beautiful. And man, it's just so many things, that I want to ask you. But here's something that you say. I'm gonna quote you here for a second. Always lift others. Be a voice for the voiceless. Civility for all. Be all about work. That's your quote. It's so powerful and profound. And what would be your advice, Dr. Rivers, like for someone that starts something but can seem to finish? I happened to me a lot in my lifetime in the past. But what is your advice for somebody that's right now, they going through the chaos and they start something great, they meet you and they hear about these amazing missions that you are involved, that I am involved in, but they just they can't seem to finish. What's some, just enlighten them with some light here, with something that you believe that it could help somebody right now that's keeps Carlos, going back to that crazy eight.
Let me tell you, people, what I tell you is this. When it's your passion, there's an education you get in darkness. You get an education when that thing is failing, when it's not working. If you can let that seed stay in the ground a little bit longer, because those trials are education. Let me give you an example. Carlos, I took a graduate college and seminary into Africa. Okay. I came in, it was online education. Africa wasn't ready for the online education. Let me tell you what happened. So one day I wake up, I'm headline news in the media as a fraud for bringing a fraudulent school. Watch this, Carlos. A decade later, I get a phone call from a gentleman. He says, Dr. Rivers, come and get your campus is here. So what do you mean? He says, when you bought education to us a decade ago, I never forgot. Your office is here. We're going to register this school. So here it is. So that 10 years, I walked through darkness. Wow. God was preparing on the other end a university. We now have a university in Kampala, Uganda, because I stayed in the fire. Wow. Sometimes, Carlos, hear this, people. There's an education. God educates you in the fire. He doesn't educate you through other people's books. He may use that, but he educates you. And when he educates you, it's tailor-made for the big assignment. Now we're educating Africa, but it started with an attack and looked like nothing was happening. And 10 years later, that seed that we had sown grew. So people, let your seed stay in the ground long enough and don't uproot it, because it's growing even when you can't see it. And that's the hard times.
Wow. I saw this photo here that I wanted to surprise you with, and the school, and I bet you that was such a special moment,
Wait, Carlos, that's another school. That's
That's
another
another one.
Now watch this here.
That's what
Watch
happens.
this
You
here.
plant enough seeds, and that
This
I was and I saw that how to God be the glory, man. I'm always praising the Lord because we come here with nothing, we leave without nothing. But I love when you say that. The education in darkness. How many people here right now listening to us are going through darkness where you cannot see the end of the light of the tunnel, where it keeps coming back? Maybe you keep getting to a relationship that doesn't go anywhere. Maybe you already been married a few times. Maybe you keep getting jobs and you keep getting fired, or you keep leaving that job, or you keep going into network marketing companies and you keep quitting them and you don't finish what you started. How many people here been through that? Because this is the moment of truth. That education that you're going in darkness, like, listen to this. Look at how powerful this is. This is like, I'm telling you. But tell me about this other school. This is the one in Nigeria?
Yeah. This is the one in Lagos. One day I get a phone call. A friend of mine said, Dr. Rivers, we're going to build a school in your name. I said, what kind of school? They said, skills and acquisitions for business. So that's a business school in my name. It didn't cost me a penny in Lagos, Nigeria. Wow. And see, Carlos, you'll have to come and teach in that school because hear this. Let me tell every businessman, everyone watching this here, the principles of God always win. Because the word of God is incorruptible seed. Never sacrifice for a momentary, a biblical principle. Never sacrifice. Wow. Man, I stayed on the word of God and it was hard, but the word of God sustained me and carried me. And now I have two schools. I have one in Kampala, one in Nigeria, and they've offered me another one in Zambia. Wow. So, and I'm telling you, this is what God says. And Carlos, this is what about you. When you're faithful over little, God makes you ruler over much. So people, stay in the fire. The fire is the safe place.
Say it again, baby. When you're grateful over little, damn, you are great. I can't even say I'm so fired up. This is anointed. Wow. This is amazing. You know what I mean? It's like, like we come here with nothing. We leave with nothing, ladies and gentlemen. Mm-hmm. I was talking to Dr. Rivers a little bit before this, and we were saying how some people that I've been behind and helping them, they make all this money, and I asked them, what is the difference? And you know what they tell me, guys? When they become a billionaire or they become $100 million or whatever is your next comma, and they tell me, Carlos, the first is cool, but after, it's just another comma. So you gotta be faithful over little because God's gonna give you much. It's such a powerful saying because you know what they tell me, guys? For you guys that thinking that whenever you get the followers and the $1 million and the cars and the houses and the airplanes and the schools and the hospitals, let me tell you something. The anxiety is still there. The fear is still there. The insecurities is still there. You feel me? So you gotta be faithful over little right now. I remember, Doc, I think I told you about that, about the rice and me and the boys in the street. But I'll bring the rice outside and I would tell them I was so happy because instead of me complaining that I only had the rice for 60 days, I was like, I'm gonna take more rice outside to my homies that don't have the rice. And then when they would eat, I would tell them, close your eyes and imagine your favorite character saying, and I will imitate Donald Duck. Because I used to use voices so that it would help me alleviate my suicidal thoughts, my anger, my hate, my anxiety as a kid for all the evil that I saw growing up. And I love that saying that you say, my friend. You gotta be grateful over little so that God is gonna give you much. I'm like, damn, that's so powerful. And I told you guys this is gonna be anointed. This is gonna be anointed. And here's another question, because you drive around the world, my friend, and you are out there helping so many, involving so many projects. I mean, I can name it. I mean, African Civility Day. You talk about kindness and respect. You are out there, talking to the community about, you talking about the stuff that nobody wants. You're connecting 7.8 billion people together. So, but not only you talk about it, you're doing it. And based on all the things that you do, my friend, what is something that bothers you the most as you travel out there that really kind of pisses you off? Because whenever something pisses me off, I do something and you do so much. And I bet you behind that, you got so pissed off about something and you're like, what? Yeah. I mean, what bothers you most, Doc? I would love you to pick on your brain a little bit about that.
What I hate is when people devalue people. When you devalue people, you are devaluing the God that made them. Man, everyone in the world is gifted from God. It's our job to make sure they can bring their gift to the table. And so what I hate is injustice and people mistreatment. Nobody in the world is better than anybody else because God made us all.
Wow. Amen, my friend. That's so powerful. That's so powerful. And I see, man, I just love all the things that you do. And man, I've been watching you. I mean, you're doing so many amazing things, man, with those kids overseas. And like, and it's not just like, guys, it's not just he's just in Africa. He's bringing 7.8 billion people together, African delegation in South America, to the Capitol Hill. Like, how do you do it? Like, I trained so many people over the years in sales and marketing, network marketing, all those things. And sometimes they complain, oh, Carlos, I cannot find anybody. I cannot bring anybody to the meetings. You are bringing 7.8 billion people together. How, like, can you enlighten us here, my friend? Somebody that's struggling right now. Let's say they're struggling getting sales. They're struggling finding partners. They're struggling getting their message out there. What would be your best advice, Prophet Rivers?
What I say is this. There's a key word. They have to learn how to verbally engineer what they're doing. Let me tell you, when you become a verbal engineer, every social change, every business is verbally engineered. What is that, Dr. Rivers? You have to find a new way to say your old thing. When you find a new way, because hear this, there's a certain time in marketing and sales where the actual language becomes tired. Like right now, Carlos, a tired word is transformation. Transformation, coach. I'm going, no, it's tired. It's been around for so long that someone needs to create a new word for that. When you create a new word, it wakes up different things in people and they want to hear you. And when you speak tired words, they can't even hear you.
This is so powerful. This is so powerful. I love it. I love that because it's like I say, right? A lot of people talk out there, but you like walk the talk on steroids. I don't know anybody else that brings 7.8 billion people together other than you, my friend. And I love you so much and I respect you so much because you continue. You don't stop. It's not like you've done all these amazing things. Your resume, it never ends. And you keep going and you keep pounding and you keep doing it. And I love it. And I want to tell us something. You have the solution, Civility for All. Like, let us know what is the solution, Doctor? This is an amazing book here that I highly recommend every single person have right next to their Bible because it's so mind-blowing. But for the folks that don't know, look at this, guys. Look at how powerful. The entire planet is here. Every, country, color, religions, everybody here, man, together in one place. Such a powerful image. What is the solution, Doc? Let us know.
You know what it is? You know what? It's kindness and respect for all of God's creation. That's the solution. Wow. If everyone can just treat each other with kindness and respect. Carlos, I learned something. People are just looking to be respected in life. Yeah. Think about the power of respect. How many people are in prison because they were disrespected? How many people join gangs to be respected? The whole world is asking for respect. So Carlos, look what I did.
Wow.
Carlos, and this here says kindness on the tattoo. It says kindness and respect.
Wow.
Kindness and respect is what this tattoo says. It says civility for all, kindness and respect. I'm a warrior. I'm a warrior. And what it is this, man. I'm telling you, this is kindness and respect is the love of God. So we got to quit thinking people are going to come through the doors of religion. They're not coming there no more. They're coming to someone that has love in their heart for God, and they can see it. And watch this. And Carlos, I don't compete with people. The business people. Let me tell you what is another secret. Give your best to all your clients, and God will give you his best. Some people withhold the stage. Some people compete for. I can't compete with Carlos. Carlos is one of the best in the world at what he does. So why wouldn't I create a stage for Carlos to actually shine? But see, most people are competing for the stage. Carlos, let me give you a secret that, man,
you are anointed, man. And hell no, I cannot compete with you. You're legendary. You're the legend. I ain't bringing 7.8 billion people together. I'm not the United Nations. I'm not the president, every president on your phone on a dial. But you see, but it's because of that. As you tell me the secret that you're gonna tell me, is what you're telling me right now, it gives me the chills because my grandma, through the chaos, always say, son, treat every single person like you would treat your grandma, assuming you like your grandma out there watching people. If you do that alone, everything will be fine. Because think about it, most of us love our grandma, and we treat her with love and respect and kindness. We hold her so, with a special touch. And it's just that it's hard to explain that love. And imagine if you would take that energy that we have from a loved one, a grandma, a child, and couple that with Dr. Rivers are saying here right now, and then go take that outside. When you are on the stage, when you are on the phone, when you are serving, you being the person that gives way more than what you take. You are a true example of that definition, my friend. You give way more than what you take. Gary Vee always, you got a jab, hook, and always giving him crap. No. You got a jab, and then a hook might come. But you walk, and it's just, man, I'm telling you. But now tell me that, because this is an anointed. We gotta have to do more of these shows.
Yeah, we are. See what it is. See, people have been taught the world system, but God has another logic. Let me kind of explain. Carlos, the gift he gave you, nobody can copy that. The gift he gave me. So our gifts are patent from heaven. So when you understand that, man, it's a principle of sowing and reaping. If I give my best, guess what God gives me back? His best. So now I don't try to withhold from people I can help. I'm like, no, how can I help you? Dr. Rivers, are you going to give me? I'm giving people real answers. Man, solve it this way. What do you mean, Dr. Rivers? That idea, wait, and here it is. And I don't try to market all my ideas. I'm like, dude, take that. Freely it was given to me by God. And guess what? And God opens the next door. Let me tell you a principle of God. When you have a need, God wants you to find a problem. And go solve somebody. Dr. Miles Monroe was one of my personal mentors. And he told me something. He said, when you have a need, go ask God what need he wants you to meet. When you meet the need, you automatically set a law in motion for what you need to come in.
Damn.
Carlos.
I'm telling you. And you leave me without words. I'm telling you. Oh, my friend. Wow. And I remember getting a call one day from Riddell, our great friend, saying, Carlos, I'm nominating you to become an ambassador. I'm like, an ambassador? I'm like, I'm not, what do you mean an ambassador? Like, yes, I'm going to make, and then you need to fly into San Diego and then bring your family, and then we're going to nominate it Isabella True. And I'm like, what? And it was such an honor to be. I mean, and I feel like I was like the apostles and the Avengers. They were all there, inside that facility, and all these
Yeah.
amazing people from indigenous tribes,
Yeah.
like people there from all cultures. And I remember that photo, you and I shaking hands, and man, it was just such a, I don't know, I don't have no words, but tell us about, the I Change Nations, my friend. I mean, you are the founder and the president. Let the world know what is I Change Nations means, my brother.
I Change Nations is an organization God dropped in my heart. This is what he said, Carlos. He says, my people are not being recognized. So he had me create the world's largest culture of honor. Carlos, the reason why we honored you, when your bio came, we saw all the work you're doing, selfless work to empower others. And we saw, and everyone there at that event are selfless people that give back. Here it is. We all need money to actually live. But I saw something different in our people. Our people, yeah, we're going to make money, but we want to help. And I saw the passion in you. And by the way, I believe you are one of the cutting edge apostles right now. And see, you are one of the apostles. In my opinion, there are religious apostles, but there's kingdom apostles that aren't religious. Those are the apostles that are leading the world in paradigms. And I believe you will lead the world in a new narrative. I'm speaking by the Spirit of God right now. God is going to give you, God will give you insight, and he will give you insight into the new economy that will be established post-COVID. You are an architect of the new economy that God is creating. So God says you've been faithful over little, and he's going to make you ruler over much, and it's going to come quickly, and the most important thing you can do to run this multifaceted institution, the best thing you can do is set with God every morning. When you set with God, he'll give you wisdom, because he's not building the models you've seen built. He's giving you a model whose builder and maker is God, and God is going to use your special daughter. She is going there'll be things that he uses her in that this world has never deemed possible, because God has you born for this day and hour. And the Spirit of God says in your physical body, he says, I will heal everything instantaneously, because I am not going to stop you, because I've called you, I've chosen you, you are called by my name. And God says no man can stop what I've created. And God has put the next business paradigm is in your mind. God says, Spirit of God says he's going to make you an economic guru, but a guru for him that's going to empower nations. You're going to empower cities. You're going to empower countries. You're going to empower nations, because God is giving you a fresh word. Carlos, I release that word to you right now.
Oh, amen, bro. Thank you so much for the kind words. You have no idea, Mike. I just love people, my friend. It's like I have no words, to express, the love, and I feel the anointing here, and I love everybody, all races, all religions, all colors, every single person. 150 years from now, none of us gonna be here. That's why I always tell people, stop arguing about stuff, whether it's politics or religion or things. At the end of the day, when that stuff is gonna be over, your problems is still here. The anxiety is still here. The uncertainty is still here. It's gonna be new levels. It's gonna be new devils. He's gonna test us. He's gonna put a disease or something in our children. They're gonna try to knock us out of the path. He's gonna have somebody go into my farm and invade my farm and try to take my land away when I am doing great in another area here. Or he will try to shake my heart a little bit and send me to the ER, and then I have to get some machines. But God would never put you, my friend, listening to us right now through something difficult if he doesn't think you can handle it. Because one day, if you seek, you shall find. If you seek, you will find. In the God, in the world, in whatever you believe, it will put you around amazing leaders of the world, like my doctor friend over here, Dr. Rivers, and man, I'm telling you, wow, guys, you know, it's oh, my friend. And Dr. Rivers, man, it's like, I wish the show didn't have to end. I got it. You know, you have so much wisdom. Like, people understand this guy here. He's like, he can make a call and have you, if you have a message, and get you to speak to the United Nations. You know, he can get you in contact with presidents. He have presidents on your phone, on your contact. You can text them, like you can hang up on them. You know, it's like, but all because of the kindness and respect and the way how you walk the talk. And you know, I mean, I'm a big fan of Mandela. How did it feel like receiving this prize here, my friend? Tell me about
Matt.
the interview. You know, I just loved. I'm always telling his stories about being unreasonable. That's why I started introducing you that way.
Man, Carlos, I was overwhelmed when they called me. I said, man, I don't qualify. What that guy, what he did. Carlos, let me tell you what every great world leader does different. When they could call for judgment, they call for mercy.
Mm.
Every great leader doesn't do an eye for an eye.
Yes.
The actual great ones say, no. Nelson Mandela, when he could have come out and created the worst atrocity, he said, no, mercy. Because what the word of God says, it says mercy triumphs over judgment. So every great world leader that you ever see, mercy triumphs over judgment.
Mm. Wow. Wow. People are so fired up over here. I'm going through the comments. It's just, wow. Like we had Jeremy here. I needed to hear this very moment. Thank you. I appreciate it. And that's what it takes, is the, being able to play full out and really express ourselves. And you guys listen to us right now, whether you feel like typing something or commenting, type it, comment, because that releases it. You release it. You speaking it. You putting it out there. Like my 9-year-old daughter, if you speak it, if you write it, you be it. You project it out there. You never know who's watching. And I bring your name over here on the screen, and you take a screenshot. Check it out. I'm on this screen with this guy that's the ambassador of all ambassadors. And Carlos, you know.
Wow.
And I love it when you guys put your words over here and how you are feeling. It's this is
wow, it's great, man.
And then we got Al here, Carlos, the new architect. Now I'm just so humble for your words. Maria saying amen, and then Al saying, Carlos and Dr. Rivers, what a great dynamic duo of empowerment. Man, when they created the word empowerment, they were thinking about this friend right here. When they invented the word apostle. Wow, my friend.
Wow.
And Dr. Rivers, I mean, you have so many amazing books. I mean, I can read them all forever. I mean, what do you have any favorite books? What you want to recommend for somebody to read right now? I mean, I recommend all of them, but if you could pick one, I mean, what's the one that you recommend somebody start reading it right now? Maybe they go into something difficult and they just I mean, they are amazing.
Man, I recommend When Histories Collide. Let me tell you what I did in that book. When Histories Collide and the Making of a World Changer. When Histories Collide is most of the conflict in the world is really people's experiences are different. And so their experiences are what collide, their histories. So if I grew up this way and you grew up another way, we don't see it the same way. So our histories collide. So people have to understand, when histories collide, we have to listen to each other for change. And then in the Making of a World Changer, I talk about the fight to be unique. Watch this, Carlos. The whole world wants to form you, and God doesn't want you to be formed. He wants you to be made in his image and not the image of the world. So the fight for uniqueness is the fight to lead the world, because every system teaches you how to conform, but God teaches you how to be an original, a number one. So most people are mentored to be number two, except for the number ones. Let me tell you this really close. I always know who a number one and number two is. Number ones have created a stage and owned the philosophy. And hear this. Let me tell you how you know you're number two. They'll say, you sound like this person. You sound like, I go, you missed your stage. You missed your stage because you sound like them because you haven't built your own stage. So build your own stage and have that guy sounds like Dr. Rivers. Yeah, he's supposed to because we're leaders. Are you hearing me, Carlos?
Drop it, my friend. And guys, and let me tell you guys something here. You know, Dr. Rivers and I, you are just talking. And there's so many industries out there right now. Like, you guys know I'm heavily involved in the movie industry and producing and looking for amazing, powerful stories. And Dr. River and I, we have a lot of friends that are no longer here to tell the story. They went into the cemetery. They are out there, you know what I mean, struggling in the hoods of the world, but they coming up, baby. Let me tell you something. Dr. Rivers and I, we were just talking, orchestrating some stuff. They coming up, and will bring a tsunami. And let me tell you something. It's about being hunger. Because right now, a lot of people look at those celebrities and they see all the makeup and all their stuff. But a lot of the celebrities, they are struggling. Right now, you guys have this cell phone over here. So you just got to share your story.
Come on.
You gotta listen to this again and remind yourself that you guys listening to us here, you are the number one. And when you share your story, from your point of view, your struggles, what you went through and how you overcame, that is magic in there, my friends. Never underestimate your story or how severe they were. They don't know your story. And right now, you never know when somebody gonna listen to you, and that person can be like, "Wow, this is a powerful story. How about making to a book? How about putting to a GoCat video and that goes viral? How about putting to a documentary? How about putting that into a movie?" They don't know your story. I was telling Dr. Rivers, all these big celebrity names, they're worried right now. They're worried right now because all those little kids right now coming from the hood, coming from the block, coming from the other side of town, they are hungry. They have a story. And they can pick up their phone and you teach them entrepreneurship and you teach them how to speak and you teach them how to tell a story and you watch it. And you gotta be hungry. If you have a roof over your head, if you have the internet, you gotta be hungry. Touch yourself in your chest and remind yourself, I gotta be hungry, baby. And you gotta listen to this again. And you just gotta be yourself. And what is one of my favorite signs? Oh, mine here. Somebody needed to hear this today. Stop doing shit you hate. The Holy Spirit just whispered. Somebody needed to stop doing shit you hate. Come on, this is better than the Kardashians. You know what I mean? You feel me? You guys gotta listen. No, I highly recommend. Now, you haven't seen nothing, man. Dr. Rivers, man, when he goes on the lives, he is on fire, man. You listen to him on those lives, and you're like, damn, let's go, baby. Let's go. You feel me? But you know, that's why here, guys, between everything that he says on this interview, between all his books, go read all his books, and then right here, and then you do this, stop doing shit you hate, and you read all his books, and you that's it. That's the solution. He does have the solution. You know, I mean, it's like he just doesn't say it. You know, he brings 7.8 billion people together. You know, he's just not saying. He's out there. He's out there having conversations right now. Look at that. All those cops happy, smiling with his book. He's out there. He's out there. He's out there. You feel me? He's out there, baby. You feel me? He's out there. You know, people talk. He walks the talk. You got the apostle in the house right here. Oh, my friend, I'm just sad that this is over. And we're going to have this talk again. You know, it's like we're going to have on a Monday, you know. And I'm telling you, I'm going to have my team break this thing down into so many pieces. And we're going to put this all over the place. But my friend, the professor, where can they find you? Where are you most active on social media? What is the best place for them to look you up and just continue this journey in listening to you, because you're just a tsunami of wisdom and love?
Have them go to my Facebook or my Instagram, those are the way they can get a hold of me. And Carlos, man, we need to get together.
Tell me your Instagram. I'm gonna put it right now here on the screen.
Yeah. Instagram.
What is your Instagram?
Dr. Clyde Rivers.
So we're gonna be at Dr. Clyde Rivers. I'm gonna put over here on the screen right now, and you at Dr. Clyde Rivers all together.
Yes.
Perfect.
And then on my Facebook, if they log in, I'll move people off. Man, I'm so about the work that I haven't really done the like social media stuff at the level it could be at, because I'm doing the work.
Yeah.
Carlos, you and I gotta think about doing something called How to Be Number One.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. How to be number one.
How to be number one.
I love it. I love it because, it's like, no, I love it. I love it. It's so much things that you and I can cover here still that we have not even touched, and that we can help people like understand. And it's about, you guys are home and you know who you are, that you are hungry, you have a message, you're gonna get out there. And Dr. Rivers and I, the things that we teach multi-million-dollar strategies for free all the time on social media. All the time. You just have to keep showing up, keep coming back here to this show. It's free. We do this for free. Think about it. Oh, look at all the receipts that I show about this gentleman here around the world, with all these amazing people, from Nelson Mandela to he knows all the presidents. I love this one quote over here of yours. If your prejudgment is wrong, your final outcome will be wrong. You feel me? Never judge a book by its cover. And we're going to look into that. I love that. How to be a number one, because the world needs to hear that more than ever right now. And people should step up to who they really are. Yeah. And putting their message out there and getting on those lives and using social media.
You got it.
And like I tell people, Prophet Rivers is like, be the person that gives way more than what you are taking.
Man.
And the keys to the kingdom, in addition to every single thing that my friend over here just said, is teach your best for free. Teach people all the things that you overcome, all your strategies for free. Because let me tell you something, you never know who is listening. You never know who is listening that's suicidal, is depressed, is anxiety, is about to quit on themselves and their family, but because they listen to you. You pick up that phone and they hear your message. Dr. Rivers and I, we can only connect to so many people. Because they're going to be people, they're going to look at him, and he's like, nope, his bald head is too shiny. They're going to look at Carlos, no, Carlos, you're too chubby. And they're not going to connect with us. Yeah. But they will connect with you. Listen to us right now. You have a message. And they will connect with you. And when you have an opportunity, you teach and you give your best as if they were paying you. Because let me tell you something, very few people will pay you. But the larger percentage that you help for free, you cannot put a price. You cannot put a price in somebody that was suicidal. It's now living because you wrote that book, you did that blog, you travel, to Africa and to Nicaragua and to Chile, and bullets were flying around, and you convoy trucks. You cannot put a price. Nothing. It's 1 million, 10 million, 100 million. Nothing can replace that. And just for you guys that listen to us right now, go back to this. Tag 3 people that needed to hear this powerful message here today. Keep coming back. Follow my friend Dr. Rivers on Instagram. Keep coming back to watch the show here with us every Monday, every Friday. Subscribe if you are on YouTube. Subscribe if you are listening to the podcast. Inviting 3 other people. If you are on Instagram, LinkedIn, wherever you are, follow us here. Share this message. Bring others here because somebody out there needed to hear this. And keep coming back and keep listening to Dr. Rivers and myself. And watch it. One of these days, we're going to wait until this whole thing opens up, and we should bring everybody together. And you cannot buy the ticket. You have to earn it to be there. And how to be number one. You guys want to be connected to presidents? You guys want to be able, get a easier path to the United Nations and talk to the whole planet? Do you have that messaging? Listen to me here right now. This brother right here, he can get you there. But you got to prove it to us. You got to show us. You got to show us that you are as hungry as you say. You got to show us with your words, with your actions. You got to wake up with determination. You got to go to bed with satisfaction because you took massive action. And you show us, ladies and gentlemen, that you have that message, that you are the number one. We'll get you there. We can connect you with any president around the world. We can get you in any stage around the world, any TV channel, anything. But you got to show us to us that you are hungry, because this friend over here, myself, we are hungry, baby. We are hungry to end poverty. We are hungry to end poverty. We are hungry to make poverty history and to carry on amazing things from the. I'm just fired up. I cannot even talk anymore. I'm so excited. It's such an honor every time to be around you, my friend. And, you're just amazing. So thank you so much. Dr. Rivers, to be here today.
Thank you.
Looking forward to have many, many more shows with you, my friend.
Absolutely.
Looking forward one day making a movie about you. That's going to be a hell of a movie.
Man, thank you for who you are. The world needs to hear you. And I pray that stages open all over the world so that you can inspire the people. It's time for us to fade to the back and promote guys like you on the stage. And that's what we'll do.
Well, now we need to get you even more people, all the unborn ones. You got your 7.8 billion. When I think it's about 8 billion alive now. We need to find the extra 200. My friend, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Any last words? You guys know my words is always life about contribution, not acquisition. Any last words, my friend, of wisdom?
Yeah. What I would say is this. Every idea you get is currency from God. Learn how to manage the currency.
Damn. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. There you have it. Dr. Clyde Rivers in the house. It's about to go down. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you for all the love, all the comments. You guys know the drill. Respect, kindness. We change nations. Let's go make this world a better place. Love you guys. Have a blessed day.
Thank you.